So before I got pregnant, I had this image in my head that I was going to film everything, I was going to document so I could look back and remember this time and everything that happened at what point throughout my pregnancy. I'm now in my third trimester and I've not filmed a single video, which wasn't in my plan. The time has just gone so quick. So yeah, I'm going to do it now before baby comes. I completely don't have any time on my hands. I think I've literally filmed like a couple of bump updates and that's about it. Nothing like talking to a camera or discussing my symptoms, how we found out, anything like that. So I'm going to make a few videos again, mainly so I can look back and remember everything that happened, which I'm struggling to do now. Luckily, I had an app that I logged everything in, so I can look back at that and remember what happened when. So this video in particular is obviously the first video, so I'm going to talk more about how we found out and like initial pregnancy, and then I'll do a separate video on like first, second, third trimester. I'm not going to talk too much about conception or us trying to have a baby, mainly because there's not much to tell. We were actually really lucky where we decided we were going to start trying in, I think it was in June, and we got pregnant in July. So skipping ahead to when I found out that I was pregnant, um, I was basically experiencing like period like cramps the day before I did the test, which I didn't think was unusual. Obviously, the day before your period is meant to start, you'd expect that you'd have some kind of light cramping, which obviously happened. On the day I actually did the pregnancy test, it wasn't like I really need to do a test today. I really think I'm pregnant. Hello. No, leave the sock. No, you're gonna sit with the sock. Let me have the sock. Okay, that's just not a fight I want to get into right now. So yeah, on the day, it wasn't like oh, I really need to do a test this day. I really think I might be pregnant. Like I said, it was pretty much like our first month trying, so we didn't expect it to be positive at all. It was just kind of like oh, well, my app says I'm due on my period today. I should probably do a test. So I remember saying to Alex, we were in the kitchen. Alex was like mid taking the bins out, and I was like, gonna do a test today. It's, I should be coming on my period today, so it's a good time to test. Shall I do it in the afternoon? Shall I do it now? And Alex was like, just do it now, just get it out of the way. And I was like, right, okay, you're mid taking the bins out, but sure. So I don't know what made me do this. Like, I'd never normally do this. So I actually did the method where you wee in a pot and dip rather than wee onto the test, which I would never usually do. I'd always usually wee on the test. So I don't know what made me do that this day in particular, but I'm actually glad that I did that. So we were kind of just stood around doing jobs in the kitchen, waiting for the 3 minutes to be up whilst this test was cooking away. Before we looked at it, and I said, should I film this? Like, I'm not sure whether I should film this to get our reaction. And Alex was like, no. We just didn't think it was going to be positive at all. But yeah, we both looked at the test, and obviously I saw a line. It was just one of those really, those really like those really little tests you get about 20 in a box. So I just did one of those first, and to me there was quite obviously a second, was it a second line or a line? I can't remember how those ones work. I think there was two lines on the stick. And I remember I just knew Alex was going to argue with me and be like, oh no, it's really faint, I'm not sure. So I was like, that's positive. I was just like, there's just no argument, that is a positive test. But I don't know what made me do this, but the day before I took that test, I looked up the brand on, I think I bought them from Amazon. So I looked up the brand on Amazon and Google and looked at the reviews. And I'd literally seen reviews and videos of people running them under tap water and saying, oh, I got a positive test from running this under tap water. Like, don't trust it. So that was also in the back of my mind when the test came back positive. I was like, I've literally seen these reviews yesterday. So even though it's a positive test, definitely positive, I'm still not convinced. So luckily I'd done the wee in the pot, so I didn't have to wait till I needed a wee again. So I dipped a clear blue one, and it was a digital one, so it came up saying pregnant. Thank you. So then after 2 positive tests, we believed that it was pregnant. And I then dipped a third test, which was dating one, which said 1 to 2 weeks. So obviously that's after conception. I think I ovulated around the 8th or 9th of July and had a positive test on the 21st. So obviously, even though you're 1 to 2 weeks pregnant, they go from the last date of your period. I actually was around 3 to 4 weeks, which is mad. Like when you find out that you're pregnant, you're already a month pregnant. Even though we found out really early, we didn't tell anyone until I was actually, I think I was about 13 weeks pregnant because we waited till the 12-week scan. The reason we waited is because me and Alex are quite, we like to say realist, but I think we're quite negative thinkers. In the fact we don't really let ourselves get excited for anything until like it's for sure or like definitely happening. So in the back of our minds, we were always like, it's really early, like anything could happen, anything can go wrong. I'll talk about this in the first trimester video more, but that was like the longest 12 weeks or like the longest time because we had to wait to tell everyone and we had to wait to find out. I didn't have any like really bad symptoms in the first trimester, so there was no reason really for me to go to an early scan. Yeah, I don't think we like fully accepted that we were actually going to have a baby until probably about 13 weeks pregnant. Like I said, we just get in our own heads and like we really didn't want to get excited or like get our hopes up or make all these plans and then things not work out. But obviously, luckily, everything worked out fine. That's basically the story of how we found out we were having a baby. And obviously, the first video in a chapter of videos and the whole pregnancy journey. I'm now 35 weeks pregnant. So we're actually getting close to the end now. I actually need to rush to film these these videos and get a move on, or I'm literally just going to have this video and nothing else. But I'm going to look back on all my notes that I've made and hopefully keep a log of everything. I haven't decided what I'm going to film when baby's here. Part of me is like, I don't really want to film them and put them on the internet for everyone to see. Obviously, there's some like horrible, nasty, dangerous people out there, and I want to keep my child safe. But at the same time, my mum filmed stuff when we were babies and when we were little, and I really enjoyed looking back at those and watching them when I was a kid. Even now, obviously they're all on video, so they're a bit more difficult to watch now. Like I couldn't just borrow the videos off my mum because they're all on like actual hard copy videos. But I always remember really enjoying watching those as a kid, and I kind of want our kids to have similar. I kind of wanted them to. I kind of want them to be able to look back on, family life, what we did, holidays, Christmases. I think that's really cute to have on camera. So I don't know. I'm in two minds about that. I guess we'll just see when baby gets here. I'm sniffing my eye. Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna try and keep these videos short and sweet anyway, because I don't think I'll ever rewatch them if they're about an hour long. The next video I'll film is the first trimester video. Bye.